Crypto G's podcast. Nobrac, what an amazing guest. I'm very excited, feeling happy today. We're here in Dubai. And the fact when the team told me that we're going to have this podcast with you, I got excited. So, Carbon is probably the first browser to be in our show on Binance Live. It's amazing to have you us with you today. So, let's start with you first, Nobrac. Tell us about yourself. Who is Nobrac?
Yeah, good question. I'm one of the lead developers at Carbon. We're a fast Web3 browser. We are completely remote. We have team members based in New York, in Australia, in Dubai, in London, in Poland. And our mission is to revolutionize the Web3 browser space, which has been dominated mainly by one player.
Yep.
Me personally, my background is in web development, in mobile app development, and most recently Web3 and crypto since 2016. Started off as a trader, spectator. Then
Okay.
I started getting into development, so smart contracts and blockchain engineering, and always been passionate with browsers. Had some experience at Mozilla, working with Firefox, and that's how I met some of the team members at Carbon. So the team members include experience from Chrome, from Mozilla, as well as other Web2 companies like Marvel and Microsoft.
Wow.
And yeah, here we are now building Carbon, which recently launched a token 3 weeks ago. But really excited to be with you, Andre. Yeah, we're big fans of what you're doing. So yeah, excited to be here.
So, no, we're not proper crypto G since 2016, but I think you are the OG of the web browsers. Let's call it like that. And getting to know that obviously Carbon has so much experience. Well, the team has so much experience from previous browsers, but now also you working with crypto nearly 7 years ago. It's an honor to have you here as a crypto G. So you have been the lead developer of Carbon browser. Tell us what is to be like a lead developer of such a promising browser, and what do you enjoy the most about it?
Yeah, good question. I love interacting with the community. That's the number one goal for me. Like seeing so many people check out the browser, experience, yeah, faster browsing, saving time with ad block, nuisance ads, and with our multi-chain wallet coming out, it's gonna make people's lives so much easier. Instead of having to download third-party extensions like MetaMask, instead of having to do a bunch of things. It's so great to see all the feedback. So really, for me, my favorite part about working with Carbon is the community building, and day to day life for me is taking loads of meetings on Google Meets or Zoom to establish partnerships. So a lot of business development, but also having team meetings with the dev team. We're constantly trying to push out updates. We're working on our iOS app. So
Okay.
currently Carbon is only live on Android.
Yeah.
So our 1 million monthly users are only on Android, but when we go to iOS and eventually desktop, this will grow much more.
Cool.
And yeah, it's quite busy. Like we're a very small team, but I think that's what makes us special, because there's no unnecessary meetings or board of directors or approval needed. We're our own bosses, and we can deploy updates much faster and much quicker when we take on community feedback. So yeah, being a lead developer is fun. It is tiring. I've been nonstop since I think December last year when we did our launch across a number of launch pads. But yeah, no sign of slowing down. I personally love this.
Amazing. Yeah, something that I found very cultivating about crypto and Web3 is how people become so efficiently, right, with their tasks. Like you said, you're remotely having things around the world, and obviously you want to get the stuff done, especially with Web3 plus browser. You have to do stuff so the people start to use the browser as fast as they can, and they get familiarized. But before Carbon, before Web3, you mentioned a bit about your previous let's say your previous venture, right? But you were involved with any traditional business before making the move to Web3, or you were working for a company, or how was it?
Before Carbon, I was freelancing as a developer for a number of projects, doing advisory. My time at Mozilla was mainly working on their browser, Firefox.
Yeah.
So Firefox is one of the largest competitors to Chrome. Carbon itself is based on a custom fork of Chromium,
Okay.
but Firefox have their own engine. So I was working on that side of things, and prior to that, not to go too deep into what I was doing because I did some other things outside of web development. Just a standard
Yeah.
job, like newspaper boy when I was 14. But speaking specifically in tech, I've been a full stack developer since I was probably 12 or 13. So
Right.
it's been a long journey now. So yeah, it's been crazy.
In a good journey. Nobra, tell us about the inspiration behind Carbon browser and what is different from the other browsers in the market. What is the inspiration behind?
Yeah, good question. So we've been big fans of browsers, especially Brave, which I'm sure most people have heard of for a while. Especially the fact that it was kind of the first Web3 browser.
Mhm.
Um, Over the years, we realized, Brave hasn't really caught up with a lot of the Web3 technologies, and their browse to earn or their monthly rewards and bat tokens have kind of gone down to zero almost,
Mm,
and they don't really support a lot of protocols in the Web3 world. For example, Handshake or IPFS. And
mm,
some of these have been around for years now. It's not like they're brand new technologies. Handshake has been around for a number of years. It's very important. Also, Brave's wallet, um, it isn't the best. Let's just say that it's not multi-chain. When you receive tokens, from BAT from the browser, you can't, go into the Brave browser, Brave wallet, and send them straight to your own wallet. You have to go through an exchange. You have to go through KYC to receive the tokens in the first place. So we have to give up our identity to their custodial partners, which are Uphold and I believe it's Uphold and Gemini, but definitely Uphold. And they also charge for their extra features like a firewall and a VPN, which we feel should really be free. If they're saying they're a decentralized browser with privacy at their heart, why are they charging us extra? And why are their VPNs centralized instead of decentralized? So we're big fans of Brave, big fans of other browsers as well, but we thought we could do a better job. We have the talent, we have the experience in browsers. We love crypto, we love Web3. So Carbon is different to Brave and all the others because we're firstly faster,
mm.
3 times as fast. Secondly, we have a decentralized VPN with no public node list, and it also has a multi hop network. We also block all ads and trackers, and we support more protocols like ENS, Handshake, Unstoppable, IPFS. We have a higher reward system, so we have something called Browse to Earn. So you get distributed in our native token C6 by browsing and using Carbon as you normally do, and there's no need to go through KYC to claim those tokens or go through an exchange. They're received in your own non custodial browser wallet, and you can do whatever you want. Our wallet is also multi chain with cross chain swaps integrated. So I feel like Carbon is the next step in Web3 browsers, and we see Carbon as being a pure Web3 browser. We see Brave more of a Web 2.5 browser, more of a precursor to the next movement in Web3 browsers. So yeah, that's how I would say we're different.
No, I love everything that you just say, and I can see that obviously you've been working. It's Friday, but I can still hear the passion behind all the solutions that you're bringing to the current market for web browsers, especially with what happened recently. We need solution like this that use every day, but also that is decentralized. So it's good to have the decentralized part. So everybody that's to Web3, they feel like they're talking their own language, right? But there's a lot of also challenge, I believe, when you are developing new technology and new products and services. So, for example, I think that people always think about security, right? So I study myself information security and assurance, and yeah, security is very tough when you are in Web3, and especially if you move data and obviously crypto. So how let's talk about a little bit about security. You mentioned something about you don't do the KYC for people, which is amazing as well in a good way. So, but how do you approach balancing user privacy, and how is convenience in Carbon browser? You said they don't have to do KYC, right?
Yeah, good question. So there's no KYC ever at Carbon. We don't require any email registration or you to have a login. So you don't need to go through Google or Facebook or Twitter to log in or sign up. We collect no data at all. So as a browser currently on Android, you you download the APK on your phone, it gets installed, and it's hosted on your phone's device. The only things we host are on a decentralized cloud called a cache network. So they're a fork of Cosmos's SDK, which is a layer zero
Okay.
blockchain. So Carbon is essentially decentralized because we're hosted on a cache network and also Polygon Edge, which is another decentralized cloud. So we only host maybe 5% of the files on those decentralized cloud servers. 95% of the files and the APK are stored on the user's device, so they can delete the APK whenever they want, and that's it. Carbon is gone. We never collect any data, so there will never ever be a security breach at Carbon. Also, the wallets we have in Carbon are non-custodial and decentralized. So you own your own keys. You can export your keys out to other wallets like Trust Wallet or MetaMask. So security wise, we've covered ourselves quite good. We don't have anything on our side. Everything is decentralized and up to the user to do what they want to do.
Space. How is Carbon browser positioning itself to adapt to all these changes? We're back.
Sorry about that, Andre. Sorry, I think my connection dropped. Sorry about that.
It's okay. I don't know. I want to repeat the question. Did you
Yeah,
did you hear?
thanks. No, if you can repeat it, that'd be great.
Yeah, I was saying like we're quite excited about the future. Obviously, we had a
Fuck's sake. Fuck's sake. What is this? What is this?
while we work for Nobrac. I will I will recommend you to go and download the Carbon browser. If you don't know how to, I will show you right now. I'll share my screen in the meantime.
Okay, I'm back. I can hear you. Sorry about that.
Okay, we have two Nobracs now here.
Yeah, I know.
Which one is the one that I need to?
I think probably the one which doesn't have the mic. Yeah, there we go. Perfect.
Perfect.
Perfect stuff. So yeah.
Yeah, I was saying like you we are positioning ourselves for the future right now in Web3, right? So
Yeah.
how do you see the future of Web3 browsing evolving in web? Sorry, how do you see the future of web browsing evolving in the Web3 space, and how is Carbon browser position itself to adapt to these changes?
Yeah, so web browsing is going to evolve massively. I think all web browsers are going to move to Web3. They probably won't call themselves Web3, but they would just offer Web3 integrations like a wallet, like integrating handshake domains, integrating BNB domains into the wallet, having things like ad block, having DApp integrations as well. So you could probably have a swap and a bridge integrated into the browser itself, which runs through maybe MetaMask or Li-Fi or multi-swap. So I see like this space is already happening slowly. Like it's going to start off with people like Carbon, then
Yeah.
trickle down to Brave, and then eventually the big guys like Chrome. But hopefully by then, a lot of people will be using Carbon. So yeah, that's how I see the space evolving, and we're positioning ourselves well because we're already adapting right now. We're not waiting for the masses to be there and then ask where to go. So
Mhm.
we've already got 1 million, well, actually 1.4 million monthly users and 5.7 million downloads, and we're
Amazing.
just we're just getting started. So yeah, I think we're positioning ourselves well.
I'm going to. I haven't used my Android in like in 6 months, but I'm going to reuse it right now just to start to test and to use the amazing feature that you have right now with Carbon Nova. So yeah, thank you so much for putting that together for
Thank
us
you.
in the web. So Carbon also has received praise for its accessibility features. So can you tell us more about the thought process behind implementing those features and the impact they have in all the users?
Yeah, so accessibility is very important to us. That's basically a clean UX and a UI. So we
Yeah.
have a bottom toolbar on the browser, so you can actually navigate between the home, between the search engine, which is now pre-search. So we integrated with pre-search, which is an AI decentralized search engine very recently. They're now the default search engine on Carbon. So if you want to browse on pre-search, you just need to go to the bottom toolbar on the browser, press the search icon, and it will bring up the search bar to type your search query and it will load up pre-search. In terms of accessibility, we also have a bunch of features which make it easier for you. So we will have video background to be played coming up in the next update. So
Mhm.
if you love watching YouTube videos but you don't want to subscribe to YouTube Premium, you can use Carbon to load videos and close the browser, and you'll play in the background. We've also got offline mode coming. We've also got bottom URL coming soon. So yeah, loads of slick UX and UI features. We also show how much data you've saved at the top on the homepage. We have our browse to earn model going live in Q3, which means you get tokens every time you use the browser. So kind of like move to earn or learn to earn. Ours is called browse to earn. So you browse the web like you do, and you earn tokens. So yeah, that's what we're doing at the moment, and our users are loving them. So we can't wait to continue doing more of them.
The privacy option is way better. So yeah, for people that haven't used Carbon today, that you can subscribe. Sorry, that you can start to use it because it has more capabilities than any other browser that I've seen in the market, and especially with Web3 integration, is everything that we in the Web3 community have dreamed of in the past. Nora, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Sorry, I was just yeah, just switching up my connection, but it's all good. Thank you for showing the comparison graphic in the meantime. You covered me well.
No, amazing. I like I like the product already. Now you're doing very good. But some people have so many misconceptions about web browsing and browser development. What do you think, in your opinion, why people have misconceptions?
Yeah, so common misconceptions about web browsing and browser development. Um, so I think a very common misconception about web browsing is that it's something. I think it's something which a lot of people take for granted. People don't realize how important web browsers are. The reason we called ourselves Carbon is because carbon is the most abundant element in the world, and it's important for our life. So the same can be said about our digital life. Without web browsers, there is no digital life. It's our gateway to the internet. So a lot of people feel that browsers aren't important. Focus on maybe an exchange, some DeFi platform. But we wanted to start with the grassroots, the layer zero of the internet. So that's why we called ourselves Carbon, and that's why we're working on a browser. And browser development is actually very difficult because it's not something which is easily taught or learnt. It is quite a legacy sort of code base with Chromium, especially C++, JavaScript. It's some C sharp. So it's very challenging to find developers who know and understand browser development. But when you do, it's amazing. So yeah, those are some misconceptions. Yeah. By the way, Andre, I don't know if you can hear me, but I'm having some of our community say the issue with the audio is actually they're actually asking if you could turn your video off to see if that would improve the that yeah, they're saying they can hear my voice, but they're saying they can't hear your voice. So I'm thinking maybe it might be some issues on your side of the connection. Okay, let's give that a go. Let's see. Um, so you can hear me. That's great, Andre. If you speak, maybe we can try and see if we hear from you.
Can you hear me? Can
Ah,
you?
that's so much more clearer now. So I think it was maybe on your side, maybe the connection was just a bit weak.
Okay, perfect, Nobrac. So yeah, I didn't understand like how important was a web browser until we just talking right now, and it makes totally sense. People are trying to develop so many application products and services in Web3, but they forget that the most used and how internet works is because we start more than 20
Hey, Andre. A lot of our community and listeners are saying they can't hear you. Sadly, I can't hear you as well. Just wondering if you can improve your network. Yeah, let me try come back in, come back out. Maybe you can try the same. So I'll be back in a second. Yeah, let me try come back in, come back out. Maybe try the same. So I'll be back.
Okay.
Yeah, let me try come back in, come back out. Try the same. So
Okay.
yeah, let me try come back in, come back out.
Okay. Well, we wait for Nobrac. I just changed my. Let's have a look if. Okay. Well, we wait for Nobrac. I just changed my. Hi Nobrac, can you hear me?
Yes, this is much better. So
Okay.
let's continue.
Yeah, I swapped the internet as well. So let me try to. Yeah, let's go like this. Is very good. So yeah, the last question I was asking is how do you think Web3 browser experience differ from the traditional world now?
Yeah, so Web3 browsers are very different. They have much faster speeds. They're much more customizable. They offer things which are crypto focused for crypto users, like a crypto news feed. They have their favorite dApps on the homepage. They have an integrated wallet, integrated swaps, integrated bridging, staking. They integrate a lot of the protocols, Handshake, ENS, Space ID. So yeah, they differ a lot from traditional Web 2 browsers in a huge way. Um, so it's great to get a head start.
Yeah, so we have a very good way to describe the future. If you have a good Web3 browser and everybody can use it in an easy way, that's how we're going to experiment all these different protocols and applications and apps that we're using in Web3. But obviously, you are the main developer and you're always busy trying to come with new ideas and stuff. So, can you speak about any exciting upcoming features or updates for Carbon browser?
Yeah, we have loads of features and updates for the browser itself and also for the project. So, for the project and for the token, I will probably share the news right towards the end in the closing statement. But
Okay.
just for now, talking about the browser, we do have the multi-chain wallet going live in the next update. We also have the swap feature going live, so you can swap tokens cross chain. Uh, we're actually partnering with somebody who offers cross chain DEX aggregation, the most liquid one. So without giving away who it is, but I'm sure people can guess, especially as we already partnered with them. And yeah, we have our own token bridge as well, again through our partner coming out in the next update. We also have the launch of the Web3 App Store. Right now, we've just been adding partner projects to it, but we will very soon be launching the Web3 App Store, which will go live, I think, next week. And then, yeah, later on, when we close, Andre, I'll be sharing the big bomb news. So it's nothing, nothing crazy, but it is something to keep us interested for the weeks to come.
Amazing. All right. So yeah, you are developing new features now, but I'm pretty sure what you're going to tell the community is going to be they're going to get excited. And for the new users and everybody that's watching this live, especially in Binance Live, we have about 3,000 people. Please go and have a look Carbon and start to use this amazing browser. So, but there's so many. Okay, so no, but I have used so many web browsers in my life, right? But if you could compare Carbon with one other browser, which is likely the biggest competitor, which one would be now?
I would say Brave browser. You know, their DAU, their MAU, their downloads. I mean, they have 100 million downloads on Android alone. We have 5.7 million downloads. So they are 20 times bigger than us. Yet we are slowly capturing market share. You know, every week that goes by, we have more and more users come onto Carbon, which we love, and our retention is much higher than any other browser we feel. Obviously, all of these metrics aren't open and transparent. Otherwise, so we can't obviously verify this, but our DAU is increasing. We went from 35,000 daily active users to, I think we're around 46,000 daily active users, and we just want to grow as fast as we can. So yeah.
And I think so, guys. Not to take merits away from the competitors, but your your graphic design, the colors, everything, the logo about Carbon is nice. I really like it. Just going looking at the eagle here right now. I like the orange and the black. You are doing a very good job also with the UX and the whole concept and branding. Congratulations, guys, for all everything you put together for the users. Nora, so let's talk about technology a little bit. So, what do you think the Web3 world hasn't witnessed the mass adoption that we speak about, even after technology advancement like Carbon is doing? Why we haven't witnessed a mass adoption yet?
Yeah, that's a good question. I think it's because a lot of the real world Web two and governments they put crypto uh, as a dirty word. They think the crypto's like not going to be here forever. They think it's just a fad, and so people don't take crypto seriously. I do welcome regulation. I think when governments start to regulate crypto, it will lead to mass adoption because people will feel it's safer somehow. But I think the reason why we don't have mass adoption as yet is because we're still very early. And, for example, governments, world leaders, sovereign funds, they haven't actually embraced crypto as yet. We're still very new. But the moment we start to reach the masses, Carbon is going to be well positioned because we already have an existing foundation of users, of downloads. We already know what we need to do next. Our roadmap is very clear. So, for those who want to check out what we're doing next, head over to carbon.website to check out our roadmap. We have a lot of things in the pipeline for this year. And I feel like, yeah, the Web3 world isn't hasn't got mass adoption as yet, but it will very soon, and Carbon will be one of the players who succeeds.
Amazing. So yeah, I think that you were going to help the whole ecosystem to grow faster, guys. I can see it. I start to go familiarize to the browser right now as we speak. No, but in Web3, we all like that. When we like something, we start to use it and to share it with the community. So I'm pretty sure by the end of this year, we'll have a lot of users within Carbon. Um, no, but what do you like the most about this Web3 space and how do you see the future evolving here?
I love how friendly people are. Like for example, yourself, Andre. Like first time I'm talking to you, you sound like a really nice guy. And I think crypto in general, it's still very early, still very new, and everyone sort of knows everyone. Like they have a friend of a friend who knows somebody. And I've been to several conferences in the past. We plan to go to more in the future where you can meet some of us. And we just feel the space is very welcoming, very friendly, and it's sort of surviving on its own by regulating itself, by weeding out the bad actors. And I really enjoy talking to the community as much as we can on Telegram, on Twitter. Um, so, yeah. I think it's one of the best ways. What I love so much.
Okay, cool. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you. Yeah.
Okay, I'm just making sure. Okay, so yeah, no, but I agree with you. Web3 is one of those industries that everybody want to help each other, which is amazing. And I like to travel. I like to network with people. We had an amazing 2 weeks here, meeting a lot of new projects coming up. But I think so. We have to get Carbon out there. I would love to get to know you guys more. Where would you travel next, guys? Like, is any event that you want to attend? So the people watching this Binance Live can go and meet and greet, and just if they have more questions about Carbon, or that you want to take a picture. Are you traveling anywhere in the next 2 or 3 months for events?
Yes. In fact, in Paris Blockchain Week next week, you can meet us there in person. So some of our team members, our advisors will be there. We're also going to be at Token 2049. We're going to try go out to NFT NYC.
Mhm.
Maybe Bitcoin Miami if we're in a bull run. So yeah, even though we publicly on online, we stick to just a product. We focus less on ourselves. We are obviously real people, so you can meet us personally face to face at some of these conferences, say hey. So yeah, if you're at any of those events, do let us know, and we can't wait to meet you.
Amazing. Nora, we have come to the end near of the show, but you have an special announcement for everybody, right?
Yeah, we do. So we got some great news. So we've just secured a huge listing for our token. We're not allowed to name who or where or when, as you guys know, but it is an amazing exchange, and there is going to be a lot of synergies and partnerships.
Okay.
So we're just finalizing dates, but expect this to hear this probably soon, the next 1 or 2 weeks, if everything goes, if the stars align. And second to that, we're integrating change finance as our swaps and as our token bridge. So Carbon Browser will have its own wallet, as everyone knows. It's a multi-chain wallet. As part of that, we're going to be offering a swap and a bridge feature, so users can swap tokens within the browser without having to leave the browser, and also go for a bridge. Now, the way this works is through our partner, Change Finance, which we're integrating in the back end. So they have the most liquid cross chain DEX aggregator. So, very deep liquidity, which means low fees and fast transaction speeds. And there's no need to leave the browser. Everything is done within Carbon. So we're going to be announcing that integration probably in the next couple of weeks. We're going to try do it either before or just after our new listing. So yeah, we're heading into Q2 with a lot of noise. The last few weeks have been crazy at Carbon. Um, it's funny, like a lot of people in our Telegram chat right now are talking about the name Nobrac. It's actually, I don't know what the word is. It's not an acronym, but it's basically the reverse of carbon. So
Ah,
Nobrac is, yeah. So a lot of people have caught on to that now, which is kind of funny. Um, I was assuming people would realize that on day one, but yeah, so it's the reverse of carbon. We obviously do have real government names. Maybe when we meet in person, we'll get to know each other more. But yeah, would like to leave that bit of news with you guys. New listing coming up, and Change Finance officially integrating as a partner into Carbon.
no, Black. It's actually the first thing that I also realized it was carbon,
Oh
spelled
yeah,
the other
I thought
side.
you knew. Oh, I had no idea. I thought you knew.
So, and something the community, and I have a couple of friends actually send me a DM after I put the story on Instagram. The people like your is that NFT your profile picture. What is it?
Yeah, it's an NFT which we bought on our partner project called Curate, and it's basically an NFT of an NFT collection. I've forgotten the name now, but they're very cool. Um, we're very much into NFTs, so yeah, I will find out the details and I'll share the link. But it's a cool collection.
I think so. No, but your this avatar that you have here and your name is going to be quite well known this year. I can feel it. I can feel it. You're going to be
Wow.
one very famous avatar in the Web3 community. Talking about NFTs, now that we went to this topic, what is the main integration, or what will be the main integration with NFTs within Carbon?
With NFTs, we plan to offer a mint feature in Carbon. So inside the wallet, you can mint NFTs. So ERC 751s or 1155s. Also, as we start to integrate more chains like Solana, BNB chain, you can mint those NFTs as well, like Algorand as well. But our focus will probably be BNB chain initially, just given how big we are in the ecosystem. We're integrating Space ID, for example. We've got some collaborations with some other projects in BNB chain, which I can't talk about right now. But
Okay.
yeah, we're going to offer NFT minting, eventually NFT staking when that ecosystem gets more developed. So yeah, we're very passionate about NFTs at Carbon.
Amazing. And no, but you gave me another. It's just the questions that are coming to me because I'm getting to realize that there's so much that we can talk. But I have another question because you mentioned about BNB chain. I know you're not allowed to talk about anything or like too much. But I was with Maria Angel, that she's the head of community of BNB chain, in a panel here in Dubai. So, and we were talking about emerging markets, especially Latin America. One of the reasons why I joined into crypto is because I was paying too much money, sending money from England to my mom in Colombia in Western Union, and I said, let me figure this out. And obviously, there is so much, let's say, potential and community building in Latam and emerging markets. But how do you think, like, for example, a browser like Carbon can help people in this country? For example, my idea, for example, they have now like browse to earn. So you can help a lot of people that probably cannot not make much money in a normal job, or they're into poverty, but they have a device and an Android, because Android is the biggest in Latin America, and if the people start to browse, they can get some tokens. So is that something that also that came to you guys when you put the project together to help this kind of communities?
Yeah, definitely. We wanted to give back, and one way to do that was to offer these rewards to everyday people who browse the internet. Like with Chrome, even with Brave, we get no rewards. In fact, they monetize our data by showing ads, and they keep all the profits. So we wanted to do something different. We wanted to give our token rewards, which are liquid. We are on several exchanges with 7 to 5 million daily volume. So these tokens will be yours to do whatever you want to do. There's no lock, there's no KYC needed, and we really do help. It helps people in developing countries to feel motivated and incentivized in the space. So yeah, you're right, Andre. That was one of the reasons we did it.
Amazing. And I now, if I am more fan of you guys and the Chrome browser, so you will probably see me doing some stories, because yeah, I want that everybody watching this straight away they start to get familiarized with the browser, but also understanding the advantage and the future that you are bringing guys to the community. That I think so. If there's no community, obviously there's no a good product and services, and vice versa. But guys, you're doing an amazing good job. Nobra, I have a question for you. So, is there any advice or suggestion that you would like to give to somebody that's young, probably a developer out there, that willing to pursue an opportunity in developing side of Web3?
Yeah, sorry, Andre. What was your question? Any advice? Was it or?
Yeah, is there somebody's new, right, into developing into Web3? Let's say, is there any advice that you want to give to them, a young person that just start to do coding, but is passionate about developing, but they want to go into Web3 as well? Is there any advice that you want to give to any the young generation, they call it like that?
Oh yeah, of course. Yeah, I really encourage people who have an interest in coding or development. It really is a gateway out of the 9 to 5. Of if you're struggling financially or you're not sure what to do in life, there's going to be a big requirement for developers and coders in the future. There isn't already quite now. We at Carbon are looking for developers. So if you are interested in working for Carbon, reach out to us please on our website. But even if you're not interested in Carbon, you're just interested in coding in general, I really encourage it, because that's how I started, as
Mhm.
a young developer who had no idea that this could be a job and a full-time thing. Back in the 90s, web development and internet wasn't really a thing. So I should say probably more like 2000s. 90s is probably a bit too young. I was probably a baby back then. But yeah, in the 2000s, the internet was still maturing. It's the same thing with Web3. We're still very early, but there's still a lot of opportunity out there, especially if you're passionate and you're curious. I would really encourage you to keep trying, and don't let rejection put you down. Get back up and try again. And if ever you need any advice or mentorship, we at Carbon are always happy to help. That's why our DMs are open at Twitter. We try to reply back to everyone. So yeah, good luck and keep pursuing.
Okay. No, but before we go, yeah, I want to tell everybody in the community, if you're looking for Carbon, Twitter is at trycarbon.io. So I try Carbonio. That's the main Twitter. And also, you go obviously to the main website. That's Carbon dog website. I'm pretty sure it's the last time that you will use the browser that you're using to search for this website. Next time you will go to Carbon. But yeah, Carbon, the website, you will find all the socials, Telegram, Twitter, and all the spaces that I hold them together. So GitHub as
Yeah,
well. GitHub,
awesome.
join GitHub. Nobra, has been an amazing experience, an amazing show. I'm really happy that we managed to connect today. I hope to see you soon, very, very soon, guys, either in another space, Twitter space, podcast. I'm there for you now. I'm official fan, and CryptoGist is official fan of Carbon. We're going to start to use your brand and share with the world.
Thank you so much. Thank you for the support. Thank you for having us on. We're big fans of what you're doing. It's great to be episode 30, such a great number. Probably be my new favorite number
Yeah.
now. And I encourage everyone listening to go follow Andre Swift TV. His Twitter's there. And hopefully, yeah, we can do some more stuff together. It was really great, talking with you about Carbon and Web3. And for everyone listening from Carbon, thank you for taking your time out. I know you guys are busy. Yeah, let's go Carbon.
Let's go Carbon. Bye bye, guys, and thank you so much for watching Crypto G's with Carbon and Nobrac, the Carbon lead developer. And I'll see you in the next episode. Bye bye, guys.
Bye bye, everyone. Take care.
Thank you.